Hi, I thought I'd do a video. It's been so long since I gave you guys a MS update and a Lemtrada follow-up update. It's been so long, so I hope you guys are doing well. I need to tap back into my messages and catch up with some of you. I know a lot of you are regular subscribers and viewers of my channel, so thank you very much. I'm sorry about all the lack of communication I've had. You can always tell when I'm doing well with MS is when I'm actually quite silent and I'm not doing my regular videos and vlogs because I'm just cracking on with life, and I've got the 2 young children and it's busy. And then I think, oh, I must do this, you know, to document. I'm still having my monthly blood work done and my urine done because I'm 3.5 years post round 2 of Lemtrada. And I've just had my MRI done. So this is why I thought I'll actually catch up and I'll do a video, because I'm feeling really rubbish from that MRI, and that's never happened before. So those of you that do have MRIs for your multiple sclerosis, if you've had a treatment like me, I've had mine Lemtrada done for my MS. So these are my annual MRIs to see how the old brain is doing and spine, see if there's any new lesions or if the lesions have reduced. In the past, we've had great news with my Lemtrada treatment. We've actually had some really good results saying that some of the lesions had reduced. But this time round, I'm a little bit more nervous. I'm kind of crossing my fingers. Because about a month or so ago, I started getting some kind of slightly MSy symptoms, and for me that is dizziness, off balance, and I had a new symptom which was a very numb left leg. Started with like what felt like hot patches, lots of numbness, lots of pins and needles in part of it, numbness in another. If I put my left foot on the floor, I couldn't feel my entire foot touching the floor. There was parts of the ball of my foot that I couldn't feel, and the inside I couldn't feel, but the outside I could. So I've had a couple of funny things going on. So I did contact my neuro, and he got me in and said, well, look, you're due an annual MRI. Let's do it anyway. That'll tell us if anything is going on. And if he said, to me, it sounds like you're having a mild relapse. And I was a bit like, oh, well, you know, I've been 3.5 years post Lemtrada, so I suppose I've had a good run. And his words to me was, no, that is not a good run. 10 years would have been a good run. So I do think the neuros were hoping for really good, clear results when it came to any white matter on the brain. So I'm really a little bit nervous about this MRI. So I'm hoping it comes back okay, just because I've had those mild symptoms recently. I have relapsing remitting multiple sclerosis. So often I do get waves of things that come and go, and they do kind of fix themselves and repair themselves. I was offered steroids as a treatment for this mild relapse this time around, but I declined them. But he did see that I had lower levels in other things, because he takes my bloods monthly because of Lemtrada. He could also see that my iron levels were a little low this time and some other bits and bobs going on. So I said, well, I won't take steroids, but what I will do is I'll up maybe my magnesium or my vitamin intake. So that's exactly what I did. But no, I just want to say how I was feeling from the MRI. I'm still quite flushed, and I thought, do you know what? The whole point in my vlogs to you guys and this channel is to show you real life and how I'm really feeling. And so that's why many of my videos in the past have been me crying with MRI results, or happy with results, or, you know, basically just the journey. This is real. And I look like a bag of absolute I look terrible. So this MRI, and I think there's a few reasons for this. I seem to be quite flushed, almost. It's reminding me of when I actually am on steroids and I get the steroid flush of the cheeks. I think it's because I had to wear my mask inside the MRI. So this time around was a longer MRI to normal. He wanted to do both parts of the spine, so a double spine as well as a brain, and usually it's just one part of the lower neck, so the top of the spine and the brain. So this time it was a triple. So I was in there for about 1 hour and 10 minutes in total, which is hard to stay that still in such a confined small, and then your head's padded out, so you've got this white machine on your head, and then you got your earplugs in that they give you, and then they asked me to keep my mask on. Now last year, because of it was fresh with COVID, I had to wear a mask, and I was really hoping that this year I wouldn't have to wear a mask, because you're the only person in the machine, you're the only person in the room until the nurse comes in. and administers the contrast, which I have mine with and without contrast, my MRIs. And but no, I still had to wear a mask. So I think I got a little bit hot and flushed being so still for so long, trapped in the machine, literally not moving, because if you move you get a blurry and they have to do it again, so that's not good. Blurry results. So yeah, I got a little hot and flushed under my mask, I think. So I think that's what this is. But then usually I don't react to contrast, and when they put the IV in the arm, they always say, oh, let us know if it stings or if it's uncomfortable or you can feel it, because it shouldn't really cause you any discomfort. Well, this time it did, and I did actually say, because I can speak to them through the MRI machine, I was like, yeah, I can feel something. That was in my last 5 minutes. So I don't know if that's a reaction from just being too hot, and that's going to go down in a minute. Wearing a mask, MRI being a lot longer than it normally is, and also I do intermittent fasting, so it could be that I was led down for a long period of time in the morning and I haven't had my breakfast yet. So recommendation, lots of water. I brought an iced water with me, anticipating I was probably going to need it straight after the MRI. I've also pre-bought a smoothie, so I'm going to get some green stuff in me as well in a minute, and I've just had a banana, and a seed bar, seeds. So hopefully I'm going to replenish everything back in, and I need to drink a lot of water to flush out that contrast today. So fingers crossed for a good result. As I said, I'm 3.5 years post Lemtrada round 2. Feel free to ask me any questions about my journey so far with MS. I have been on a really good run actually with it, and I've had some really sufficient, really good care as well here in California. So yeah, feel free if you have just been diagnosed with MS and you don't know what it entails and how you're feeling, and you're feeling really overwhelmed, I'm here for that. I've also got an Instagram account as well, and again, I've been a bit quiet on that. I'm really sorry. I have been busy and having quite a good time, so yeah, I need to kind of get back onto that. And a lot of people ask me what my diet is, and that's what I document a lot on Instagram. So and it is linked, it's got my YouTube channel on there as well. So but Lemmies, if you're watching this or you've been following me for years, I hope you're doing okay. We know what it's like. Our lives are like that. 1 minute we're up here, 1 minute we're down here. Right now I'm kind of here.